like I don't belong. I feel like I don't belong, like I don't belong. Like an extraterrestrial, extraterrestrial, oh, extraterrestrial, extraterrestrial, oh. Yeah, basically I'm an alien to y'all. I guess I'm speaking in different languages than y'all. I guess all you know is my alias is all. I stepped into the Hall of Fame and put my frame on the wall. I'm like a Michelangelo painting that hangs in the vault. They gated me off by Hendrix while he plays the guitar. Never had friends, but me and Franklin was dogs. Somewhere between insane and famous, guess my brain's a little off. I'm in the basement having dangerous type of thoughts. I pace for hours, hit the fucking vaporizer and cough. Kill everything I see and leave behind a mountain of chalk. I took the hand that I was dealt and made a house out of cards. You can't compare me to anyone. Swag on Area 51, blowing purple crop circles, pack as loud as an intercom. Anti-gravity moon suit. Went from being who are you to chilling with the who's who. Paranoid or more than story tales and science fiction. Sleeping with a fat burner like I'm trying to watch my figure. Wanna cut me out the picture, get some bigger scissors. I stopped shitting on this, but I never been a quitter. Yeah, so join the B.O.B. hate fest. I would say you, but I'm practicing safe sex. Signing off, young Jedi on the red eye rap God. I should have my own prayer line. Amen. Amen. Like I don't belong. I feel like I don't belong. Define like I don't belong. Like an extraterrestrial,
Oh my God, it's the Martian, stunting in them Son of Mars Jordans. It must be the shoes, the stars in the skies won't start them. Far from the norm, I'm Norman Bates awkward, but nothing's far-fetched when the underdog's barking. But they could get checked if I don't sign my goons forge it. I don't phone home, I phone homies, and catch you at your home with your homies. Spoil a moment, extra terrestrial, extra clips, extra homie. I don't fear shit like exorcist, your neck a twist. Getting high on extra shit with extra kick to kick my ass. And after I put all bullshit to the side, I lick my hands from a different world than Wayne. Unexplained things going in my strange brain. Unidentified flying object Wayne's plane. Cause I be on that Mary, I don't f with plain Jane. Drugs in the backpack, no room for E.T. Eyes on my kneecaps, don't look, I'm knee deep. All I do is fall back, smoke cushion, keep seeds. Swallow them with some water, cut myself and bleed. We have trouble being human, let alone a human being. Have trouble shooting a breeze, not an M16. Bop. I feel what I don't understand, and that would be my own fear. And they don't understand me, I know I don't belong here. Don't you?
like I don't belong. I feel like I don't belong, like I don't belong. Like an extraterrestrial,
Okay, we are back. My apologies. I thought I had that part taken care of the other day, which really threw me for a whole entire loop. But let's get into it. My guy, Cellular Podcast is in the building. What's going on, fam? Now let's we got an announcement. Actually, Cellular, I'm glad you're here, man. I'm glad you're here. So. Announcement time. Y'all ready? Here you go. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the BTSI Show will be in Detroit, Michigan next weekend. I was sitting on this announcement for a while because I didn't quite know where the tires was gonna ship, but everything's already set. My plane is set up, hotel set up, and all I gotta do is just get on the plane and get there. So it's official. I will be in Detroit next week. Now, why Detroit? 2 years ago, 2 summers ago to be exact. For those who know, I was supposed to be in Michigan, Detroit to be exact, for a meetup. I couldn't make it because I had to cancel the trip. For the simple fact that I had to put my family first. And my neighbors, their dirty habits crawled their way into my apartments. Because it was all in the same building. It crawled its way in there. And because of that, it caused me to, those who remember when Fight Club was active, it caused me to throw away damn near everything. That includes the furniture. That includes a lot of shoes that I have, some shirts, all of that had to go. Because if you did it, you move to your next place, this place where I'm at right now, you move there and you bring all that bad habit with you. No, you got to throw it away. I want to say between $5,000 to $10,000, maybe $12,000 was spent. And I had to sacrifice. And I wouldn't feel right to travel across the country while my family was left in Houston. We're not doing that. So I had to make the executive decision, which was an easy decision, in my opinion. It's real simple. Let's replace everything. Throw everything away, replace it. New furniture, new clothes, whatever I decided to keep, which was most of my dress attire, take it to the cleaners, do it over twice, and all that stuff. So I had to cancel that Detroit trip. But this year, I will be next weekend, to be exact. I will be in Detroit, Michigan. I will be shooting content while I'm down there. And if I have the free time, if my schedule doesn't bombard me with a lot of things to get done, I'll see. We'll see who wants to pull up. Oh, excuse me. We'll see who wants to. We can pull up and meet up in Detroit. Kick it a chill. Actually, now, before we get into the main event of the show, I need to say this. Ladies and gentlemen, in the next 5 to 10 years, you as a content creator, and I put that in air quotes, content contributor, content commentator, you're going to be more famous in the future than you are now. And a lot of things that, the reason why I'm saying this is because you're getting more eyes. You're not only getting your eyes through YouTube, you're getting your eyes through social media. You're actually going to start getting eyes through network television. Excuse me. Because network television, just like the radio, is dying, and they're going to have to find a way to stay relevant. They're going to start coming to you to license your content so they can play it and fill in their time slots. They're going to ask you to stream. Give me a 21-minute clip for this 30-minute time slot. Give me a 42-minute clip for this hour time slot. And looking at the time, I think we've been on for an hour and a half. So plenty of time for me. Now, with them doing this, you're going to have a lot of more eyes. And with you having a lot more eyes, you're going to have a lot of good, but you're also going to have a lot of people spewing a negative opinion about you. You're going to have people interjecting in conversation that you feel like they shouldn't be a part of, so on and so forth. Here's why I bring that up. You need to man the fuck up. You need to woman the fuck up. You need to have, instead of shedding crocodile tears, I'm going to need you to gain some alligator skin and get ready for the next 5 to 10 years. You're gonna be more famous and you're gonna be more richer. And there's something that comes with it, and that's the negativity of social media. You're gonna have everybody in your business. Everybody's gonna have an opinion on what you say, how you conduct yourself, and what your thought process are. And I'm telling you this right now. Let me take this out. I'm saying this right now. If you're having a problem with people in this small sector commenting on your business, What do you think is going to happen in 5 years from now? What do you think is going to happen in 10 years from now when you sign that contract and you get a bigger endorsement? You sign that contract and everybody knows you versus the I don't know how many people is following you and following us. If you can't handle this right now, you're not ready for the future. So go ahead and press that red button and get off the internet if you're not ready for this. This person knows who I'm talking to. Don't make me have this conversation with you again. So, with that being stated, the title of the stream of the season 10 premiere is the BTSI Show is I Am Not Superman. I am not Superman. Ladies and gentlemen, there's also a double entendre to that title, but I'll keep this focus on what it needs to be focused on. I have willingly given my personal life to YouTube, to social media, to any platform to help people get better. It's in no way, shape, or form to tell people that I'm perfect, to rub it in people's face. It's the simple fact that I have the right answers to a test you keep on failing. Here it is. But the problem is people want to see if there's any validity to the answers that you're giving them based off of your own personal lifestyle. And that's not how this is supposed to be. I've used this analogy before, ladies and gentlemen. When it comes to losing weight, your doctor or your dietitian, your nutritionist, whatever, they're big, fat, sloggly. Their body's still moving when they're standing still. Those type of doctors. And keep in mind, you want to lose weight so you don't look like that. So why am I bringing this up? Easy. Because the reason why you need to go to that doctor, because he's more qualified and more educated to help you get to the goal where you're going. You know why? Because he went to school for 4 years. You know why? Because he went to medical school for additional 4 years. You know why? Because he did his residency. You know why? Because he's still getting qualified to be smarter than what he was 10 or 12 plus years ago. Whether he applied that to his lifestyle or not, it's a decision that he decided to make. That doesn't make him any less wrong. The problem is, as failures, you can throw myself in that. As failures, we want to dictate the messenger from how they look, how they smell, how they sound, all of that. If that's the case, you haven't hit rock bottom yet, and you need to fall a little further. See, me being a believer of God the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, I don't dictate who the messenger is. I don't dictate how God gives me the message. Let me rephrase that. I don't dictate who needs to knock on the door and give me the word of God. Hey, God, I don't like this person you sent me. Holes in the socks, smells dirty. 3 of his teeth is social distancing. He has the George Jefferson thing going on. Eyes going northwest, other eyes going southeast. Grooming is abysmal. Sorry, God. Go ahead, take this one back. Let's try again. God sitting on his throne like, oh, really? Cancel all help. You ain't getting nothing from me. Fall a little further so you can humble yourself. So that way, when you're ready to receive the message, you'll be You'll be more than willing to accept any messenger, any mailman, any newspaper guy that delivers you what you need at the front door. Stop dictating who's going to save you. Allow yourself to be saved. Ladies and gentlemen, I am not Superman. That I am not. I am not perfect in this walk of life. I have did some things, some regrettable and unforgivable things. Christopher Joseph Bouguer, which is my legal name, has done some things that is going to his grave. You guys are focused on getting him. I present you Christopher J. Christopher J is a moniker of Christopher Joseph Bouguer. With all the stuff that I have given to the YouTube, you guys can't have more of him. Christopher Joseph Bouguer has to be protected. Because outside of this, he still has a job to do. He still has a family to run. He still has goals that he needs to accomplish. He's still trying to get back to school, which I start next month, my final semester of college. No way, at any circumstances, I can no longer give you guys, and I will hold myself accountable for this one. Although my name is Christopher J of the BTSI Show on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, X, Clubhouse, whatever platforms, I try to mix it Chris. Chris doesn't follow me on this one. Oops. Chris doesn't have time for this. Chris works 91 hours a week. Chris has a family he has to look after. Chris has to get back to school so he can leverage his degree along with his extensive resume to find a job where they offer a good enough salary so that way he can work less and he can focus more on family. He can focus more on whatever his goals are. That's Superman right there. That's your Justice League leader right there. That's the guy that needs to be protected. Why this title? Christopher J is not him. Christopher J cannot live up to what Christopher Joseph Bouguer has been doing for 36 years of counting. Christopher J is only 9 years old. Although this is the season 10 career, I'm only 9 years old. That Christopher been through, that Chris right there has been through things that most people cannot imagine. Yes, I understand people grew up without a father. Yes, I understand people grew up around drugs. Yes, I understand people grew up around assaults, murder, etc. I understand all of that. Christopher Joseph Bouguer went through a different type of struggle. Let me say that again. Christopher J went through a different type of struggle. I wish I could have and I mean this respectfully when I say this for those who this applies to. I wish I had the problems of not growing up without a father. I wish I had the problems of growing up in a community like I mentioned earlier. Because for some reason, I see a lot of success stories in those particular environments. Not to say you should actively go put your kids in that environment to raise up, to get them out of there. No one's saying that. But what I'm saying is the stuff I went through, it leaves a mental scar that takes time to heal. And once you do heal it, you have to see the world in a different light. And the certain decisions that you make, it's based off of your past experience, but you know it's the right thing to do, no matter how it appears on the outside looking in. And Christopher Joseph McGuire has made countless of decisions that most people say that makes no sense until it finally makes sense. Well, at least when they see that it finally makes sense. I already knew what time it is. If anything, you can say this is a funeral or memorial service for Christopher Joseph McGuire, because that side of me, I cannot bring that on YouTube, because those are standards that a lot of people cannot live up to, and I don't want to give people the idea that I'm better than them, because that's going to turn a lot of people off, and that's going to steer a lot of people away. So I have to protect. I have to protect this. I have to protect this, and I have to protect all of this. So Christopher J, he's not Superman. So what are you guys going to do with Christopher J? Christopher J is still going to talk about what he wants to talk about. Christopher J is just not going to involve Christopher Joseph McGuire, because that's the right decision to make. So the question is, how do we move forward with this, with Christopher J, since the real Chris will no longer be implemented intentionally and moving forward? Well, it's real simple. I said this on Fatty Show the other day. This is wrestling. All the stuff that's going on outside of their drama and whatever, it's all wrestling. That is a walking WWE storytelling script. See, if everybody's playing a character online with a hint of legitimacy, this would be easy. The problem is when you play with somebody who's not playing with the topic that should not be played around, that's when it gets messy. That's when everything starts to blow up. There is no Vince McMahon running this thing. Who knows? Maybe I need to throw my hat in the ring just to let everybody know he is I and I am him. Maybe. We'll see. But with Christopher J, I get to dictate the storytelling, my creativity, and my imagination, which is great, because unfortunately in this space, I think a lot of people lack creativity. I think a lot of people lack imagination, because do you know how I know that? Because some of you guys' storytelling be putrid, horrible. Who raised y'all? What, could it be me? Like, since I've been in this space, a lot of people have a commentary about who I am or what they think I am. And as I listen to it, it's like, you mean to tell me you couldn't come up with a better story than that? Now, did you at least put some effort into it? I understand waking up, and because you do this, you can turn shit to gold with a simple stroke with the finger and press reset. No, you amateurs don't know what the hell y'all doing. Y'all don't know what the fuck y'all talking about. And there's always something to make a joke when it's come from a truthful place. It makes it more funnier. These people lack that. Now, which all goes to more reason where we need to find a way to name the space, because like a bunch of losers, nobody's rejects. They say this is a Fight Club sector. Fight Club is no longer here no more. So what's the name of the sector? A lot of people, Lapeef have his own sector. This is not it. So what is it? I'm just saying, it can't be Fight Club. So I'm gonna leave that responsibility to me to find out how to dictate the space moving forward, and whatever the case may be. Because like I said, some of your creativity is all with these characters that you guys created. So yeah, I'll go there. So yeah, I believe a lot of people are 100% genuine with what they say on YouTube? No, I don't. I don't think a lot of people are. There's a handful. I was one of them. But now, because your goal is, oh shit, my bad. Coming to this, God damn it, I did not see you, brother. My bad. hold on, man. Okay, there he is. Moa, my bad. What's up, man?
No, you're good. You know, the app did a weird thing. You can't invite people from the audience. You have to be on stage now. The way. The app, the Clubhouse app, you can't invite people from the audience. You can only do it on stage. Like the whole invite button, where you invite people.
Yeah.
With the plus sign, the dude with the plus sign.
Yeah.
Is running. Yeah, you can't do that while in the audience. You have to do it on stage.
That's complete. Oh, Jesus. This is the app. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the app that I came back to. Good fucking God. Thanks for the heads up, man. But what's going on? How you feeling?
No, nothing much. I'm doing good. Sorry, I knew you know there was the gameplay to meet with you in Houston, but some family issues came up, so
No, it's all good, man. Matter of fact, I spoke on this earlier. Allegedly, WrestleMania will be in Minnesota next year, and if that's the case, we're gonna do a live show from Minnesota. So I would definitely be pulling up.
No, definitely for that. I'm gonna try to see because I'm leaving out of the country, so I'm trying to see if I can see, meet you before I do that.
All right, bet.
So
keep me posted on that one.
Yeah, most definitely. What did I miss? I don't think I ever asked you about the I'm Not Superman scenario.
Yeah, we're on that subject right now. So here's the thing with the whole thing about I'm Not Superman. My legal name is Christopher Joseph Dubois, and that's Superman. But because of the things that I went through personally, I can't bring that to YouTube because people are not ready for that version of me yet. Because I have to tell you what I went through from as a child, from how my parents went from separation to divorce and all the things that entail with that. I had to go in details of possible emotional damage. I had to go in details about going to therapy twice. I had to go in details about for custody issues going in and out of court 10 times in 1 year. Granted, not pertaining to me, pertaining to another family member. And I have to go in details of how that can mentally break you depending on how strong you are. I'm still here to this day. Now, a lot of people are going to say that how come you need to expose more of that? But my rebuttal to that is real simple. I have. So if you're not getting that idea or that grasp of me, Christopher Joseph Garr have better things to do. Christopher Joseph Garr doesn't want to waste his time. He wants to help people. He wants to make sure people get where they can in life. But Christopher Joseph Garr understands how valuable time is and how he cannot waste time. So when I say I'm not Superman, it's goodbye, Christopher Joseph Garr. Happy 9th birthday to Christopher J of the BTSI Show. Although this is the season 10 premiere, this is what you get. You want to get more of this. Where people want to dive deep into my personal life, they're like, no, you don't get that. I gave you all that. You can't get that moving forward. And if I do decide to give you more of that, AFR, 1 second. If I do decide to give you more of that, that's because I genuinely wanted to do that. But other than that, looking into your personal to see if the advice I'm giving you matches my personal life, no, you don't get that. Just know that you're failing the test, and I have the answers. What you're going to do with that. 1 second. Come on, 1 second. Making his debut on the BTSI Show. He is a veteran. He needs to be respected. Although he gets on my goddamn nerves, he's still appreciated. Ladies and gentlemen, AFR is in the building. BTSI Show premiere. David, what's going on, man? How you doing?
I am chilling, man. Thank you for the respect you show. I just came on to say, I respect your content. I just wanted to add something, I guess, because I like what you're saying, especially about the Superman thing, because a lot of black men with families, you know, they kind of don't get no respect or recognition. Um, I Can you talk more about, like, or if you want to incorporate it in, this just AFR being annoying, more like are you like more like stuff that strengthens your family, like protecting your family type stuff, like firearms and, you know, those types of things? Because the reason why I would say incorporate some things like that, because times are getting a bit crazy, and I say like a lot of systems are like breaking down traditional systems. So a lot of like services and things we are used to as, I guess, Westerners or Americans or black people where we live, we're not getting that same stuff. So we have to be more like self-reliant. So
No, I agree. Now here's the thing. Although Christopher Joseph Garr is going away, that still doesn't mean it's not Christopher J's responsibility to educate people. As you said, with all the things changing, how times where as a black man you need to be there more for your family now more so than ever to protect your homes physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially. Even something as having a firearm in the house, particularly a shotgun, ladies and gentlemen. Let me AFR can tell you guys about that. If you're going to protect your home, and man, if you're going to put a gun in your wife's head, let it be a shotgun. I have a, like, just for work, I have a Smith & Wesson SD9, the most entry level of handguns to get it. If you never had a handgun, I just got it for work because we ain't using it. I use my I de-escalate situation, but it's like, don't get it twisted. I still have it on me, but shotgun to protect your home. Put a shotgun in the house if you really want to have some form of protection. But yes, as black men, we have to. I still in a company to educate people. Although I'm taking the real life away, I still have to put people in positions like, okay, y'all, here's what you need to do. Now, fortunately, people still want examples of people who have did it. So now that I'm not revealing my personal life anymore, it's my job to go find those examples to use, i.e. You, as far as when it comes to rifles, I can definitely send people your way. I was like, you need to go talk to AFR. He knows all about that. He can probably tell you that. He can just wake up and educate you what firearm is permitted in the household, the laws, how you need to protect yourself, and all that stuff. You got to have different people in your circle to educate you. Like, for example, I got one hand. Mohan's on the stage. If I need any information about the walk of life when it comes to NOI, I can go to him. My boy Sorry is on the building. Anything New York, anything that I need to know East Coast and education, he's on the stage. He can help me out at any time. That's a simple text. Like, bro, I need you to walk me through. So in taking away Christopher Joseph Garr, the person, I have to push my team forward because they are the leading examples that's going to give everybody the answers that they need.
No, 100%. And that's why I, you know, even though AFR maybe acts like I might know a few things, I literally like going to spaces like yours and other folks where I don't get the same information, because that's why I like a lot of smaller YouTubers, because people are more authentic. They have they're more raw. And when I say raw, in the sense that you're not coming with BS, you're coming with, you know, you're Christopher J, you're the family man, you're trying to impart information. And that's why, you know, I speak on my stuff and say, hey, you know, this is what I do. But like, no, seriously, just people need to be well-rounded. And that's why I shut up and listen, and I lurk in a lot of spaces. Yeah.
No, that's all we can do. But 1 second, quick. Sorry, what's up, man?
Good afternoon. How are you? Long time no speak to you, brother. How you been?
Yeah, man. I had to. We doing season 10. I had to come back to the app for the simple fact, one, I missed the app. I missed the people around here. But on the Clubhouse side, I was shocked on how certain people took a step back as far as intelligence and common sense. It's like the app got worse once we wasn't as frequent on here, and it's like, oh no, I should have never left to begin with. So I had to come back, man. But
I'm not gonna lie, a lot of things that I already knew came to fruition. A lot of bad and good things happened to me since I've been away. I remember I told Nerd about a specific woman that was on here who I talked to for like about 2 weeks, and I had told him like, I'm gonna stop speaking to her because I think she's trying to be towards somebody else, and she's trying to still talk to me on some core stuff. So I'm gonna cut her off. Lo and behold, I left and come back, and I was right. And it's like you can't pick it up, but it's like yeah, as far as the conversation pieces on this app, it's gotten worse. Now I believe that I see a lot of people change too on here. As far as me too, I didn't find God's already there, but I push more on purpose, assets, and my spirituality, family more than anything else. Yeah, I'm actually willing to go into this dialogue. A lot of things have changed in my life as well. I work for a corporation that's like a non-charity food bank. We give food to people in need, and I'm getting paid for doing something that I like doing, and I don't really need a job here too, but something that happened to my father, so kind of suing the city. So right now I'm just taking things one day at a time. And, I decided to come back on Clubhouse after I got out of my big depression, because after I lost my dad last year, I was kind of depressed.
My condolences.
Very, thank you. I appreciate it. But I'm still a little depressed, but not as depressed as I was when it first initially happened. So slowly but surely, I'm coming back on the app and just realizing what's happening. I'm down with BTSI, and always respected your joint. And season 10 premiere. I'm not Superman. I'm definitely not Superman. I'm more of a Clark Kent. I have the core, my speed, but I'm not a simp either.
No, fact. Yeah, we don't do the simp things here. We don't do that simp shit here. But hey man, you already know you can get in contact with me anytime, man. My condolences. For the loss of your father, I empathize with that. You need to talk to anybody, or you just need a vent. You just need my 2 ears, bro. Cool. Hit me up. Let's talk. I'd rather you get that out than keep it in. So we are going to be here for you regardless. So glad you're back. You know how to get in contact with me. I ain't going nowhere. I promise. I'm not leaving Clubhouse again. I gave people my word. We're here to stay, and I got your back every step of the way, man.
Man, can I say something, Chris?
Yes. Go ahead, man.
I had to leave Clubhouse because it's too toxic over there. Like seriously, it's just too crazy over there, because it seems the craziest and most radical people get rewarded with listeners in Clubhouse. And so if you drop something, you have something that has good decorum and actual conversation, I'll stop by. But I had to leave Clubhouse because it was just it's too much.
Right. No, I totally understand. That has been the census of Clubhouse. And the reason why I left, because the updates really pissed me off. I couldn't find the live rooms, the chat things. It's like, I'm not about to do the fucking chat. Speaking of chat, real quick, Haas from Clubhouse. Hey man, you and I need to have a talk.
Oh yeah, what happened? I saw the chat, but I didn't know exactly what happened.
I understand people. Okay. I'll bring it here to YouTube as well. So here's the thing, and Moha, I totally understand how you feel about IRL. So I totally understand. Raquel is a gem in this space. Raquel showed some vulnerability and actually opened up about parts of her life that we just didn't know. And quite frankly, it was none of our business. The fact that she wanted to open up about that was very, very noble of her. Matter of fact, when she opened up, I even asked questions to her. Like, Raquel, with what you're saying, there's women on this app who say, we went through the exact same thing, so you're no better than us. She did not run away from that conversation. She did not run away from that question. She answered it. She stood on the podium, and she said, I had to take in all of that. And that's why, like I said, I respect her. I love her to this day. Her, Diego, Kat, Amber, although every now and then they like to get on my nerves, but it's out of love, and I love them too. But here's my issue with Haas. Not the fact that you came at Raquel, because she's a grown woman. It is what it is. You can she has to understand the space that she in, that she has to understand that you being a woman, particularly Dominican, half Haitian, people are still going to get on you, and because they receive all the names, pygmies, mammies, all this other goofy shit that they try to put on women who actually is about the community and actually giving information in the name of Christianity. They called her out on her name. They spat on her. They degraded, figuratively speaking, of course, when it comes to the physical words I'm using. Spat on her, berated her, all of that stuff. So much so that even she said in Works with this title, I'm never, because of what I offered to this app and what just got shot back at me, I will never, ever volunteer information about my personal life again, particularly my marriage. Coming back to the stage, front of the room, E-Black is in the building. So because of that, I'm looking for a host because I know nobody on that stage want to talk to me. On the app, on YouTube, or in person, especially in person, because somebody's getting slapped behind that. I want to talk to Haas because it's like, and if this was just you and your chat just doing that, cool, let it happen. Well, cool as in it's fair game. If she has somebody that wants to speak up for her, they will. Or if she want to handle it, she'll handle it. But if you're going to say that under the rails of Christianity, I have a problem with that. And salute to AFR for coming in. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for pulling up. See, I have a problem with that because when we're trying to push the word of God, you can't do that. You can't wear that on your sleeve, then proceed to do what you did to her. So I want to have that conversation with him because I know nobody on that stage is pulling up because they pussy. I know that for a fact. Haas, I respect. I want to have that conversation with him so we can just have that conversation as brothers of believers. That's what I want to have that conversation with him about that. E-Black, what's up, man?
What's going on, my G? What's going on?
Not much, man. Just been on it. Been on this platform about the longest I've ever been on any platform. We at the 2-hour mark.
Yeah, man. I've noticed. I was like, man, usually be like, I'm about to go.
Oh yeah.
But I like what you were talking about in regards to I'm not Superman, you know? I really enjoyed the fact that, I feel the same way in a lot of ways where you feel you're trying to push too much on everybody, and then you realize, look, I gotta step back. You guys are only gonna get a certain version of me, but it ain't Superman, the one that you expect.
Right.
We all have families, we all have real lives, we have kids we gotta take care of, we got situations that we go through and deal with, and especially if we're gonna be on some WWE YouTube stuff, then you're definitely not gonna get the real version of me,
Right. Christopher Joseph Garg cannot afford to be partake in this activity. So let's say somebody comes up with some storyline of me, one that I don't condone or abide by. I'm gonna listen to it, and I might just play along with it. But like, oh, we're playing that game now. Okay, I can play too. This is how story starts: beginning, middle, end. There needs to be a climax somewhere. So I want to hear your story. And you're really going to start to figure out how much creativity, storytelling, imagination people lack in this area. And that's where I come in. It's like, let me show you how to do this. If you guys going to make up shit about me, I can tell you what to do, how to do it, because you're actually boring the hell out of me. You're actually making me fall asleep with some of y'all imaginations or lack thereof. Because that's why I was saying the other day, I am a true content creator because of the storylines that I put in my videos, because of the hard work that I have to, the imagination I have to have, and also the creativity that I need to put in it, its structure, its organization, and its presentation. That I'm not going to fail in. Although I'm limited to the equipment that I use. With everybody else, and this is actually kind of sad, a lot of people have a lot more resources than I do. You can't create a simple storytelling that is like what they try to offer is applicable to my fucking 5-year-old.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I was actually talking to another content creator, and I was telling them definitely about, a lot of YouTube is about storyline. It is about narrative. It is about timing. Is especially in kind of, I don't want to say the niche list, because this is the space that we're technically in is a niche, but there is, how can I say, in this particular space, you're more tied towards a storyline and a narrative than anything else. If this was like, if we're on a computer channel, that doesn't necessarily need the storyline. If you're on a makeup channel, that doesn't need a storyline. They it's all day to day. They don't have to keep up with trends, current topics, news, politics, culture, all that stuff. They could drop a video tomorrow and walk away from the computer, and it really doesn't matter a lot of what's going on outside of what they're doing on their own channel. The type of content that we kind of create, where we're speaking to the people and we're engaging with the audience, there is an expectation of them kind of like liking you or understanding you, if that's the right way of saying it. And it gets OD. Some people OD on it. They want to dig and pry into your personal life, and they want to know every single thing that you've done, and then they judge you. And like I said, I've been well enough to keep my personal life off the internet as much as I could. A lot of people still don't know me, and I tell people, you're not gonna get not necessarily the real me. You're gonna get versions and shades of me. Right. I can't live up to those standards, and I have to separate, because in real life I do have real stuff going through.
Right, and if I have to be the catalyst for the change, like keep the real you off the line, it is what it is. Like I said, this is the most I've ever said my legal name, Christopher Joseph Bougar. Christopher Joseph Bougar is going away. Christopher J is 9 years old. So, and he is not Superman. So my personal life is my personal life. If I like I said earlier, with what I'm offering, if I have the right answers to the test, that's all I'm offering you.
Yeah.
If you want some examples from my personal life, you're not getting it. I'll see who on my team or who around me I can get some examples for. But as far as me, no, that ain't happening no more. Moa, you wanted to say something? And just for and let you guys know we're simulcast live. YouTube, Facebook, X, Instagram, and Clubhouse. Moa, go ahead.
I was letting you know that on the app sometimes it may kick one of us, me and Asari, out. Based on if we move to another room by accident or if the app just crashes. And then another thing, the public announcement that the app gave, Paul, one of the founders, he also said that on this app at exactly 2 a.m. Central Time, which would probably be 4 a.m. for you, 5 a.m. for the East Coast like me and Asari, the app won't be working until 30 minutes later. So if you're in the room, for example, you can't leave the room. If you get on the app, it's going to show error bender. Like, normally we use an app that is what is updated stuff. Or just like a system check when you're using your mobile bank app, stuff like that. It's going to work exactly like that. So and this is for the 22nd. I don't know what day. That's Friday.
Yeah, that's Friday. So, I'm gonna be knocked out of sleep. I'm gonna be knocked out sleep anyway. So, I'm.
In case you're online,
Oh yeah. Nah, I got. As soon as I get
same thing with us out as well.
Oh yeah, because like I said, the miles that I'm working, I try to sleep as much as I can. So I ain't tripping. But I appreciate that, man. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that was I am not Superman. Hey y'all, It's okay. If you guys said, if anybody was to come and say to me, hey, Chris, you getting all this, are you doing this in your life? Like, are you married? Are you divorced? Are you dating? Are you doing this? None of your fucking business. You're failing. And I have the right answers from people who actually did what you did and did it better. You mean to tell me you don't want the answer? Then you deserve to fail. When God sends you a messenger in the life, take the fucking message. That's what people's problem is. You guys will no longer get Christopher Joseph Aguirre. And I apologize for giving you guys that hell because you guys should never receive them to begin with. So I will take that up. It will never happen again. If I volunteer any parts of my personal life, it's because I generally want to, and it's going to be a quick pop in and a quick pop out. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was I Am Not Superman. And guess what? We still got one more segment to go. But just to I'm gonna play this video again because I actually have a second announcement. But in case you wasn't here, here is the first announcement about what's going to happen Easter weekend next week. All right, y'all. The BTSI Show will be broadcasting live from Detroit, Michigan next weekend, Easter weekend. Now, like I said earlier, I was supposed to be in Detroit 2 years ago. I had to cancel that trip because, like I said, I had to prioritize family over everything. And because of that, I had to skip out on that trip. Now that my schedule's a little bit different now, I'm going to swing by Detroit. I'll be there Friday. I'm leaving Monday morning. And we're going to be shooting content while we're down there. Live stream, but I'm also going to be shooting around the city or within the city. So if my schedule ever frees up, I'm not going to say it will. I can't guarantee that because it's my first time going to Detroit. This is going to be my first time in the Midwest. So if something's free up, we're going to pull up. I will be there. If you want to meet up, cool, just let me know. Now, second announcement. When Fight Club, people always said this is a Fight Club sector, and that's fair. Because from Fight Club, it bred a lot of content commenters and content contributors, people from the chat. That was their space. And now, keep in mind, that's why I always try to separate the three. There's a difference between you calling yourself a content creator when you're actually a commentator or contributor. But you guys heard me beat that dead horse before. Ever since Anton shut down Fight Club, there has been some type of void in the space. Now, and for the record, I'm not faulting Anton for shutting it down. He made a business decision that was best for him, and if it's working, it's working. The late night show with Anton, people are pulling enough of that. That's still doing the numbers. Hell, I think that's doing the same. That's doing the same Fight Club numbers. Anyway, or might be a little bit more depending on how you break down the segments. So Anton is winning in that department. So salute to him. However, there are people who want that feeling. And I'm here to say this, Fight Club is not coming back. I don't think anybody's ever going to recreate that feeling of what Fight Club was. So the best thing for you to do is to create something new. Create an entirely different format. Something for the chat. Something for the content commenters. Something for the content contributors. And yes, content creators could come in there as well and mingle with everybody. I don't know if I need the current equipment that I have can support that. Maybe it can, maybe it can't. With some more research that I'm going to do, I may introduce something called the compound. Obviously, the title's fluid. Well, we could change that. We could work with something, but I'm going to introduce the compound where we can all come in one space. Here's the topic. Go.
Pause.
Yeah, definitely pause. So now the question is how, like, what days is it going to be on, that type of stuff. I'm still working through the details because I got to see if this entirely makes sense and the type of dedication I'm going to have to put in to have that feasible. But as of right now, I am very interested in constructing the compound for the content commenters, contributors, and creators to come in one space and build something new that's going to be long term. Eli, what's your thoughts on that?
I think it's really tough to really have a commentary on that. We all have our different perspectives. I've always said that, you know, Fight Club started as the open panel version of Lapeef.
Mm-hmm.
Some people say, well, it's a different audience and it's based on Anton. And I say, well, that could be argued, but the same people that were on Lapeef were on Fight Club that called in the time when Lapeef opened up their chat. So it's debatable about the inception and how the space kind of grew out of that. However, like you said, there are other channels like DJ Hamp's channel, which might be risky, that are kind of filling the void. And then I guess the niche of providing an open panel space where everybody can come and have a duke out, I guess. And even that, like I said, even the earlier versions of Fight Club was always, you were able to have a very loosely moderated debate with somebody.
Right.
It then changed into a all-out war fest. So and a clout chaser fest. So those things to me were different. So depending on what energy you're looking for, I say it's debatable. But you're absolutely right. You know, if you want Fight Club back, you're gonna have to create it yourself and provide the and work with other people. That it was not a one person task. So
right,
to recreate it, I would definitely say you would have to, you know, work with some group of people, network around, and also understand the history and how to make it better. And then also, like, if you want to back, make your own. You know, make it your own. Do something different. I mean, gosh, you go to different sectors through YouTube, they're doing the exact same thing. Open panel slugfest. Hey, it's nothing new. What do you bring to the table? And that's all I'm gonna say on that.
Right. And it's something in the works. Like, I'm not trying to go live with that anytime soon. Like, even me being in Detroit next week, I'm definitely not going to go live with that because, like I said, I got too many things I need to accomplish. But something like that needs to be thought out fully. I just want to put the idea out there to expect something later on in the year. Would it be a one-time thing where we could test run it, or we can see how it is? But it's something I have to orchestrate, and it's something I'm going to do. Like, I understand Fatty had.
If you need me to help, man, I you know I'm always here, man.
Yes, I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Man. Yeah, because I know Fatty has a shadow round, but he'll if he chooses, he's given the opportunity for somebody to take the mantle. He's just chilling, so we'll see what happens, and I respect that of him. But I'm gonna definitely be in contact with a lot of people regarding that. But that was the second announcement. Like I said, I will be in Detroit next week, and the compound is in the works. So stay tuned to that. All right, now.
Hey, I'm gonna bounce out, man. But I appreciate you, man. I wanted to, of course, this is your season 10 premiere, and I wanted to just show some support.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you. I'm gonna hit you up afterwards.